What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you live at Site B here at 9 o'clock in the morning on the 11th day of January 2023. It's 11:11 when all is one. It's about 60 degrees and hazy here at Site B with a warning of another episode of the super rain we've been getting. And today's topic is, of course, OGL 1.1. Is there any new news since yesterday? Some. When this was first announced, I reached out to several productioners, companies and stuff who associate themselves with Dungeons & Dragons and asked what they're going to do. One of them was, we know that the OGL 1.1 is going to affect the virtual tabletops. So I sent letters to everyone I could think of to say, what are you going to do? The two responses I got was from D&D Beyond was basically, don't call us, we'll call you. And I got one from the Foundry. I got a letter back from the Foundry. So let's read what the Foundry sent to me. This comes to me from Matt over at Foundry Support. And it says, thank you for reaching out with your concerns. I should open with, the core Foundry virtual tabletop software is not based on the OGL whatsoever, and as a result will not be impacted. Foundry does, of course, have game systems which rely on the OGL, but until Wizards of the Coast provides an official statement on what an updated OGL would require, there's only so much we can do. A multitude of voices are rightfully expressing anger over the leaked 1.1 license terms. We are deeply concerned too. The terms of the draft license are wholly unacceptable to the creator community. Thank you. We have directly communicated those concerns to Wizards of the Coast. We are committed to supporting our fantastic network of content creator partners, many of whom create content for D&D and other game systems using the OGL. We are determined to offer an industry-leading virtual tabletop that supports our users' most beloved game system to the extent allowed by licensing requirements. Blah, 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 blah. Here's some official links, stuff like that. So, and of course, when an official statement is released by Wizards, we will have an official response. In the meantime, we just ask for a bit of patience as we all try to navigate these waters. And then some more contact information, which I will post down below in case you want to contact them and let them know your concern. So basically, again, the response is, we don't know what to do till we see an official thing. But there is an official thing floating around. Okay, so yeah, there was a leak. That what started this whole thing going. And then there was a couple creators who received a supposedly official thing in the mail at 3 o'clock in the morning on, I think it was Monday morning. And then, of course, this with the sign or else documentation. But we have read that leak, and it's written very, very, very immaturely. Very, very unprofessionally, with a lot of flowery, snarky comics. It reads like it was written by either me or a snarky, know-it-all 18-year-old. It does not read as a legally binding document, such as the OGL. There's a lot of flowery and self-important commentary in there that is superfluous to, an actual legally binding document. So that is leading to a lot of people saying the leak is fake. They leaked it itself. I need to see an official, actual thing on the Wizards of the Coast site that says this is official. We need Crawford, to come out and give his little 40-minute speech about how this is the official thing and what they're going to do about it. And then we need Perkins to come out a day later and actually tell us what Crawford actually said in English. So that is, of course, the big boulder that is hanging over this whole OGL thing. Is what we're seeing fact? Because there has been no official response from Wizards of the Coast yet to any of the press. And I'm not just talking guys like me. I'm talking the big boys like Gizmodo and, EN World and Bell of Lost Souls and Polyhedra. Even D&D Beyond's response has been, don't call us, we'll call you. We're working on it. Now, somebody said to me in a comment when I spoke about this earlier today, why would they do that? I can't believe they would do that. Why would they release something and then change that? Well, this is actually a time-honored tradition that predates this. It's been around for decades, as long as advertising has been around. You say one thing, you wait a couple days to see how people respond, and if they respond positively, you say, oh yeah, we released it early because we knew you were excited about it. And if they respond negatively, like people are responding to the OGL leaks, they can say, oh, that is not the official document. That was, well, now they can say they were hacked, and it's, not from them, but from a third party trying to make them look bad. But in the old days, they would say, oh, that was released by a disgruntled employee. We conducted an internal investigation. The individual has been dealt with. That is not the legally binding contract. Here is the legally binding contract. And if you don't believe me, you can just look at Marvel. Everything that the MCU has done since Iron Man, and especially after, all the multiple leaks and, of course, Tom Holland. They would release spec scripts. They would release footage, and then if people responded, positively, they would run with it. But if people responded negatively or questioned it or complained, they could say, oh, that leak was not real. It wasn't from us. Perfect example, if you all remember the trailer and the artwork for Infinity War, you clearly see in the crowd running towards the camera Cap, Black Panther, and the Hulk. But if you go watch the movie, it's Cap, Black Panther, and Bruce in the Hulkbuster armor. They leaked one, waited to see how people would respond, plus by then they knew Tom Holland couldn't keep his mouth closed, and then when we actually saw the film, it was a completely different image, and people were like, whoa, wait, that's not what you released, and Marvel's like, oh, really? Plus, spec scripts get released all the time. Companies are constantly getting hacked, and sometimes it is an internal hack. And this has gone on for decades. It's not a new thing where they will, again, release something as a leak, wait a couple days to see how the audience reacts, and if it's a positive reaction, they will run with it and say, oh yeah, we released it early because we knew you were excited, or some such variation of that. But if it's negative, like the OGL, if and when we see a response from Hasbro, and it's very unusual that they haven't responded yet, they will say, oh no, that wasn't us. Nowadays, they can say, oh, we were hacked and a victim of computer piracy and misinformation that wasn't from us. But in the old days, they would say, oh, no, that was a disgruntled employee who released it. After an internal investigation, that employee has been dealt with. That is not the actual documentation. Here it is, the actual documentation. So, yeah, I know some people are like, they would never do that, but look at the history of any industry, especially any industry dealing with advertising in the media. This is a time-honored tradition of testing the waters. So, yeah, thank you, Foundry, for reaching out to me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for taking time to personally respond to me. If you are interested in responding to the Foundry, I will include the contact information down below in the commentary. Till next time, I'm the OGGM, your guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news and nonsense that will be affecting the world. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about this OGL nonsense for a long time to come, which is why every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm playing Minecraft instead of talking about gaming, because I think we need a break every now and then from the gaming nonsense to watch me make a fool of myself playing Minecraft. Till next time, see ya.